Idea number 9 from Stoicism. As you think, so you become. This idea means that once you truly believe in something, it then starts to happen. And when I first was exposed to this idea through a book and through some friends, I didn't really believe it at first. It sounded crazy, like, so you just believe in something and then it will happen. It feels like some kind of magic. Also, some books that I've heard on it, they were a little bit on the spiritual side. I didn't heard an explanation at the time that was convincing enough. But there is some truth to it, and I'll go over an example. I haven't really heard it explained this way, but this way makes sense to me why this is actually, there's some truth in it. So imagine the following. What we are, each person, the life we have, we are a sum of all the decisions we do throughout the day, throughout our life, right, over time. So every day you are faced with a collection of decisions you have to do. Imagine them almost as a tree with branches. So you wake up, you decide to have a breakfast or not, get a healthy snack or not, or a sugary snack. You decide, should I wake up earlier to go do sport? You go to work or study or whatever you might do, and you decide, should I do this work today, or should I go for a walk, or should I go watch TV, maybe watch one more show of this series I like so much. So you can imagine as the tree. So you wake up, you decide, should I go wake up earlier to exercise or not? And so you then decide, go left or right. And if you say, no, I will not exercise today, then you have a next decision a little bit after, like, should I go talk to this person or not about the work thing? And you might decide, no, I'm not going to do that. So see how the tree is forming over time, right? So you are, in a way, the result of compounding all of those decisions into this tree, a tree of decisions. And you end up being, at some point in that tree. Once you truly believe in something, or once you have this thought in your head that you believe you are, let's say you are you are within the top 5% of weightlifters in the world, for example, then when you believe that idea and you are faced with the decisions you have to do throughout the day, should I eat this healthy snack or not? And this idea, I'm within the top 5%. I need to be an example. So you will most likely go to the healthy snack. Should I wake up earlier to do sport? And again, if you really believe in this idea, you are in the top 5%, like, a person that is the top 5%, he exercises every day, or he has a good program to exercise, things like that. So see how what you believe actually ends up influencing you, what you do throughout the day. That's how I found as a way that what you believe does influence you truly. So it follows from that there is a danger in making up negative stories. So that's another thing that our mind does very naturally, and the Stoics call out as something to be aware of. We have like what it's called sometimes as a monkey mind, and our minds are busy all the time and forever jumping to conclusions, manufacturing and interpreting signs that often aren't there. We try to guess what's going on, and we see some signs, and sometimes depends on the mood. We create stories that can go very much completely different directions depending on our mood. So Stoics say avoid superstitiously investing in events with power or meanings that they don't have. See things for what they are. Keep your head, because there's a danger also of starting to believe things that are not there. They will actually hurt you within those decisions you have to do every day. Instead, Stoics argue that it's better to have the stance of making positive stories. Assume instead that everything that happens to you does for some good, it has some purpose. So if you really decide to be lucky, you are lucky. And there's a different episode in this series of Stoic that I'm doing that talks about that. But all events actually contain an advantage for you if you look for it. They are opportunities for you to call out your inner strengths and do something meaningful, given sometimes stressful things that happen. So avoid making negative stories and instead try to make or go for making positive stories. Believe that what happens is for a reason and that you are lucky. This way, you end up believing in things in a positive way, and your tree of decisions gets influenced in the right way over time. Also, the other point is that it has these thoughts of, as you think, so you become. It's things that you truly believe on. It's not enough just to think or want. Those are kind of weak. They are, in a way, just a language artifact, but think of them as you have really truly to believe in something for them to end up influencing that tree of decisions that you end up doing over time. That is this idea from the Stoics.